Come on, Annie. Let's go to the movies.
This is the Cinereelists episode 568. My name is Kyle.
My name is James.
And my name is Zach.
And we're here to talk about movies, movie lists, and movie obsession for the next hour or so. And I don't know, frankly, I'm kind of done talking to you guys already. We've already... I think we burned all our good material. I'm out of other things to say.
All right. Well, we got a lot to record, Kyle, so go get some coffee or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe like a pick-me-up or, I don't know. Zach, you put a funny hat on just to entertain me and
Zach
the
have
YouTube
any
people.
funny hats? I don't have any funny hats.
He's putting something on his head. That's a lid to like a rice bowl, a rice cooker maybe.
Why do you have a rice cooker bowl in your room?
I would never.
What is
You would never. You're offended that we suggest you'd have a rice cooker in your office.
Yeah.
What is that then?
Yeah. It's some type of
Is that
dish.
an urn?
Like a decorative bowl.
Oh,
With
okay.
pens.
It's like a ceramic or something.
Yeah, it's wood.
Oh, it's wood. Okay.
It's wood.
Oh, this is riveting podcasting we're doing right now.
It's from Honduras.
Well, Zach was wearing a Honduran bowl lid. on
Hey,
his
did
head.
anyone notice this?
what the painting you have? Is that a painting or a photograph? I can't tell.
Photograph?
Okay.
Of
Is that a
a-
photo you took?
No, but it's gigantic. Look how big it is.
It's yeah.
Wait, it used to be a map, right?
Yeah.
What happened to the map?
Yeah, where'd the map
It's
go?
behind it. Behind it.
You hung a picture over your map.
Do you just
No.
stack art on art? Is that how your house works?
I'm not above stacking art on art, but no, I leaned it against the wall,
Oh, okay.
covering the map. It's that big. I
You know, I
found
once
it on the side of the road.
posted a video on Reddit of it doesn't matter. I posted a video on Reddit that happened to show my house, my condo. And then somebody commented that my condo looked like the condo of a serial killer because I didn't have anything hung on the walls. And that has always stuck with me. Is that the sign of a serial killer? People that
I
don't
don't-
hang things on the wall? I've never heard of that.
I don't think so. I think some people are just minimalists.
I mean, I'm not saying I doubted whether I was a serial killer. I'm just saying it seemed
Am I?
so far out of left field that I was just like, what? I've never even heard
I
that
think-
in my life.
I think it's like that meant your condo didn't have like any type of personal touch, which
Interesting.
maybe they could, then attach that to your personality. Has no like personal warmth to it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it'd be more accurate to say that it looks like a condo of a sociopath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, not all sociopaths are serial killers. So.
I mean, I clearly
That's-
have things hung
Absolutely.
on the walls. You can see one right there now.
I say
But
you have
2 years
thi-
ago when I
thing
made that
hung on the
video,
wall.
there was not stuff on the walls.
It looks like your mandatory "I'm not a serial killer" piece of art. Like, okay,
This-
let me just hang something up there. And
I
This
will
is
say
very
this-
personal to me. This was given to me by two
No.
sisters.
No, but the randomness of where it is on the wall is not doing you any favors as far as like humanizing you.
It wouldn't
Especially
be that
the
random if
boxes
these
next to
boxes
it.
weren't so
You're
close
right.
to
The
it.
cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I hung it, it was like all alone on the wall. Now it kind of looks like it's not. Because
Yeah.
there's boxes
It's
there.
nicely framed between the cardboard boxes that have been there for months and the doggy door that's been leaning against the wall for months.
oh, was that a doggy door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have.
I thought it was
have
like
to
half a
sell it.
closet door.
No, I have to sell it.
Can we just agree that I have the most put together background of the three of us?
We can disagree. Yeah,
No, agree.
Yeah, I disagree.
I disagree.
Zach, you're just in your messy office with art on art.
Messy office.
Yeah,
Yes.
I see that desk. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's messy, but that doesn't mean it's worse than yours.
What's wrong with mine?
Yours is crass.
Crass.
Yeah, it's consumerism. You have like just a shiny reflective nonsense right behind you. You literally would not be able to tell that's a Star Wars poster if you just saw it.
It says
It's
Empire
just-
Strikes Back. It's super easy to.
No, it's
No,
talking
no,
about the
that's
one
over
right
his shoulder.
here.
The one behind him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. He's blocking most of it, but what can you do?
It's because
Well, what-
the lighting.
Yeah.
Whereas on mine, You can tell that's a barn.
Honestly, they can't see any of this because
Right,
all they're
they're-
seeing is this on all three of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, they
right
can't
now.
see James' one piece of art. They
Yeah.
can't see my poster, and they can't see Zach's street art or found on the side of the road art. Found art.
No, I'm gonna call it street art from now on.
Do you even like it, or is it because you just found it? That's why you took it.
I do not like it.
Okay.
I mean, the frame's probably worth picking it up.
Yeah, I wanted the frame.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a nice piece of Americana, though. And why do you hate America if you don't like that? What did farmers do to you besides feed you?
Zach, we need an answer.
Raise the price of arable land.
Those are
Well,
developers.
It's hard to
It's on the
argue
farmers.
against. This is what happens when we record after shows before the podcast.
We get a little punchy.
Yep, for sure. Welcome to the Cinereelists. This is episode 568, if you hadn't heard. And we're going to do some things in this episode. One of the things we're going to do is talk Oscar nominations, which came out 2 weeks ago or so, maybe a week and a half. We're going to play some movie games, and we're going to talk about a new release movie, Knock at the Door, from M. Night Shyamalan. So if you're down for all those things, and you probably are if you listen this far, that's what we're going to do. But first, I'm going to tell you there's a video version of this podcast on YouTube. You should go check it out there. Watch while you listen. You could support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cinereelists. Get extra after show audio that we sometimes record before the show, like we did this week. This week, we grilled Zach about his hatred of Julianne Moore, which is
Don't hate her.
definitely a clickbait way of saying what we discussed for sure.
The video should have a screen pic of Zach and Julianne Moore and just say, "Why does Zach hate Julianne Moore?" Question mark.
If it wasn't behind a paywall, I would absolutely do that. But you could also leave us an Apple Podcast review. We'd appreciate that. 5 stars only. Or send us a listener email to heyguys@cinereelists.com. If you send us an email, there's a very high likelihood we will discuss it on the podcast. So send it on over. Did I say the email address?
No.
heyguys@cinereelists.com, our double EL with an S on the end. All that being said, let's talk Oscar nominations already. All right? Let's do it.
Let's rate some movies.
Yes.
No, let's pick some winners.
Let's pick some winners.
Let's pick some winners.
Oh, gosh, Kyle. Now I have to flag that. Okay, so Oscar nominations came out. We're going to talk broadly about the nominations, and then we're going to go category by category and give our picks for who should win and who will win. Or we'll probably do will first and then should second. But okay. Did you guys have any takeaways broadly from the Oscar nominations that you need to bring up? Or I can bring up some stuff and you guys can hot take it for me. What do you think? What'd you think of Everything Everywhere All at Once getting 11 nominations? Was that a surprise to you guys?
It was
Or
not a surprise.
Not a surprise.
No, but I think it's great. I'm glad. I mean, that's 2 out of the 3. That was our number 1 movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy to see it's getting the love that it's getting. And I'm hoping people who would maybe not go see that movie, would not go see an A24 movie, are at least going to go see it. They may not like it, but I'm glad it's getting eyeballs.
If you had asked me 10 years ago if the Academy Award would award a movie like Everything Everywhere All at Once 11 Academy Award nominations, there's not a chance, right? 10 years
A decade
ago?
ago? No. Even 5 years ago, not a chance.
Yeah,
Why?
I feel like we're entering an era where they're more open.
Yeah.
Zach, why? That's
That's because the Academy has
butt
changed
plug
the
in
last
it.
5 years. They've added members and they
There's-
diversified their membership.
But what was going on 5 years ago that they wouldn't have recognized this as a great movie?
Well, I think
2017, 2018.
I think the demographics of the Academy is a big part of it. I think you've also seen like movies that were different enough but easier to swallow, like Parasite. Like Parasite was a pretty different movie.
Mhm.
not as different as Everything Everywhere All at Once. So that there's been movies that have come before this that have paved the way for something like this to happen. So yeah, I don't think if this movie had come out 5 years ago, it would
So
be getting the
5
love
years
it's
ago,
getting.
Moonlight won Best Picture.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It was
to me,
nominated.
though.
It was nominated with Hidden Figures, Fences,
La La Land.
Lion, La La Land. Yeah,
Right.
like it's not like this. They were rejecting, movies with minority cast members or
No,
something.
but what I'm saying
No,
is
no, no, no,
movies
no.
like Moonlight and Parasite were part of the steps that were taken to get us to where we are. I don't think you could have just dropped this movie in. Right, this movie has some common themes to those, Parasite and Moonlight, both in casting and both in actual story, but Everything Everywhere All at Once is such a departure from what we're used to seeing from a quote-unquote Academy movie that I don't think it would have gotten this kind of recognition or love 5 years ago. I mean, 5 years ago, the Daniels were doing the farting Swiss Army Man,
Mhm.
right? And
I mean, in
aside from me being talked,
2016, Mad Max Fury Road was nominated for Best Picture. That's
is Mad Max Fury Road a weirder movie than Everything Everywhere All at Once? I'm not saying that weird movies were not being nominated. This is the weirdest that I can think of. And it's here because other lesser weird movies, but still weird movies, have paved the way.
I think there's
Gotcha.
two changes that have happened. I honestly think it's less about the cast and them being a minority, and more about the age range of the average voter in the Academy has gone way down compared to where it was 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. It's rapidly changing over the last decade. And
Okay.
so I think you combine that with the decision in 2009 to open the Best Picture category to 10 options, and you've definitely had a broader range of films to choose from if you were an Academy voter. I think it took a little while for that to catch up to the idea that you could then have a Parasite, you could have a foreign language film winning that is a straight thriller, or in this case, Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is like a weird sci-fi martial arts multiverse movie that has a heart. If it didn't have the heart, it wouldn't be in the hunt, I don't think,
Right.
but it does. It manages to hold the heart while being all those things. And 10 years ago, I just don't think the age range of the Academy voter, the average Academy voter, in a 5-picture race, it would even be nominated. And so those two makeups changing, I think, over time has brought us here today where somehow this movie is the front runner. When All Quiet on the Western Front and a couple of these other options seem like those are the movies that 10 years ago were a shoe-in.
Oh, the
for a
Fablemans
nomination
would have
and a
had
win,
12 nominations a decade ago.
for sure. Yeah. So I think in that way, I'm not surprised because Parasite did win, and that was a shock because it didn't seem like the kind of movie that could win something like that. But I think we're entering this world where if The Dark Knight came out today, it'd probably win, even though it's a Batman movie. But back in
Interesting.
2008, everybody was shocked it got nominated, and it didn't win. I forget what did against.
No, it didn't get nominated. That was
It-
a part of the reason why the Academy opened up to 10. People thought it should
Oh,
have been
really?
nominated.
I thought
Yeah.
it got a nomination, didn't win. No?
I don't believe it got nominated for Best Picture.
All
But I
right.
think there was a lot of not backlash, but there was some outcry of why did this movie get it versus other movies.
Sure. Banshees of Inisherin absolutely feels like a movie that 10 years ago would have gotten nominated. I'm not knocking it for that. It's a great drama, but there's nothing hugely challenging about that movie from an old guy voting in the Academy Awards perspective.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I'm surprised it got that much love because my brain still exists in the world where movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once don't get nominated for Academy Awards, and they definitely aren't the front runners to win them. And evidently that's the world we live in nowadays, and it's kind of crazy, but I like it.
Nice.
Um,
Well argued.
thank you. Let's
both of you.
see. I was surprised that Brian Tyree Henry got an Oscar nomination for Causeway. Have you guys seen Causeway?
You
Haven't
have
seen it.
though.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. It's a Jennifer Lawrence movie, but she plays opposite this other guy, Brian Tyree Henry, who's the guy who is at the end of Get Out. He's great and he's awesome in that movie. And again, another one where I'm like, in what world do they recognize his performance in a Jennifer Lawrence movie?
That's not him.
That's not him? I thought it was
He's
the
an
same
Us. No,
Oh,
that's
okay,
that's
Us.
Lil Rel Howery. That's in the end of Get
guy. You're
Out.
right. I'm mixing up my my
You're
what's his
you're
name
mixing up
movies.
your
What's his name movies?
Jordan Peele movies.
Jordan Peele movies.
Okay.
Yeah, that surprised me. Another surprise is that James Cameron didn't get an Avatar 2 director nomination. Seems like when you make a movie that cost $400 million to make and it makes $2 billion at the box office in a few months, maybe the director might have something to do with that. I don't know.
I'm surprised that Triangle of Sadness got a Best Directing nomination.
Yeah.
Like, not that I think it was a poorly directed movie, just that movie got any nominations.
I'm surprised that movie got that nomination over a James Cameron.
Yeah. Or like something like I haven't seen Women Talking, but I heard that's also a very good movie too.
That's probably the movie I want to see the most before the Oscars actually happen.
Oh yeah, if I was to, I mean, we filled out a ballot here. I have a couple of holes, and for me, the two big ones are Women Talking and The Whale.
Mhm.
Everything else I feel pretty good about, but those are like the two big ones there. Like I'm probably not gonna see To Leslie, and probably not gonna see Causeway, and I feel okay with that.
Yeah, To Leslie is a movie I hadn't even heard of, and then all of a sudden, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, she gets a Best Actress nomination, and it was like,
Yeah.
for what? What is this? I've never even heard of it. I'm not even sure I've seen Andrea Riseborough in a movie.
I'm
You
sure
guys?
you have.
Really? Let me look it up here.
She
The
kind
other
of
one,
looks like Julianne Moore.
Does
Well,
she?
Zach hates her.
No.
Well, she's in movies I've seen. I've seen 9 Andrea Riseborough movies. Evidently, she was in Birdman. I like that movie. Nocturnal Animals, Mandy, Amsterdam, Possession, Oblivion, Never Let Me Go, and Battle of the Sexes.
James, you've seen Never Let Me Go?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I like it.
Nice.
Is that
good.
the Andrew Garfield movie?
I mean, I just clicked on it on Letterboxd. I gave it a 2.5, so maybe it's not good.
So maybe you don't like it.
I only just logged it though, no review, so I couldn't tell you why.
Okay. Second thought.
But I'm down for revisiting it because didn't Alex Garland? Alex Garland wrote it.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like I should revisit it because before I knew who Alex Garland was, I saw Never Let Me Go. And I'm heavily influenced by the people that are in things. Let's see.
Do we want to go through the categories?
I do. Yes.
do that.
Let's do it. Okay. We're going to speed round this and we each will take a category. Okay. And read off the nominations. So I'll start and then Kyle and then Zach, and we'll just run down our pieces of paper here, right? We're all using the same ballot. Is that correct?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm using the same ballot as you guys. Did you send us a ballot
I
On the
did.
Discord, yes.
on the Discord?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll lead you into your category, Zach. Okay.
Okay.
And you can look it up wherever you look it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting with actors in a lead role. The nominees were or are Austin Butler in Elvis, Colin Farrell, The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser, The Whale, Paul Mescal in Aftersun, or Bill Nye in Living. I had will and should for Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Kyle?
I've only seen 2 of these, I realize. I have Brendan Fraser for Will and Colin Farrell for Should.
Zach?
Okay. Austin Butler for should and Brendan Fraser for will.
Nice. Kyle, let us know who the nominees are for actor in a supporting role.
We got Brendan Gleeson, Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry, Causeway, Judd Hirsch, The Fablemans, Barry Keegan, The Banshees of Inisherin, or Ki Hai Kwan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I have Ki Hai Kwan, should and will.
Me too.
Me too. Zach, actress in a leading role.
Nominees are Kate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas in Blonde, Andrea Riseborough in To Leslie, Michelle Williams in The Fablemans, and Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I put for should is Michelle Yeoh, and will Michelle Yeoh.
Same here.
I've got Kate Blanchett for should and will, though I'm totally fine with Michelle Yeoh winning. So I could split that.
I'd be okay with Kate Blanchett winning too,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
It could go to either.
Me
of them.
too, for sure. But don't put your money against Michelle Yeoh winning that.
Mhm.
I'm going to say she should win.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to change it right there. But
We're
I
on the
think-
same ballot.
Still
by the
think
way.
Kate Blanchett will win.
Actress in a supporting role. You got Angela Bassett for Black Panther 2, Hong Chow for The Whale, Carrie Condon for Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere, or Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere. I had Angela Bassett as the will and Jamie Lee Curtis for the should.
I have
Kyle?
Angela
I would-
Bassett for will and Carrie Condon for should.
I have Angela Bassett for will and should.
Nice. We all
Although I
agree.
love Jamie Lee Curtis as her performance. Cal?
All right, I got
Animated
animated
feature?
feature film. We have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Would you consider that an animated film? Or is it because it's mostly
100%.
animated?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. I haven't seen Pinocchio yet. I think that will win, and it probably should. So I'm going to get my should and will.
I think Marcel the Shell with Shoes On should win. But I think Pinocchio will win.
I agree with Zach. I really hope Marcel wins, but I think there's no stopping Pinocchio at this point.
That'd be like
for
my
cinematography.
fourth choice to win would be Marcel the Shell.
For cinematography, All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. And I think will win is All Quiet on the Western Front, and I think should win is Tar.
I had All Quiet for will and Elvis for should.
I have Elvis for should and will.
Nice. Next up, we have costume design, Babylon, Black Panther, Elvis, Everything Everywhere, or Miss Harris Goes to Paris. I don't even know what that is. I had Black Panther for will and Elvis for should.
I got Elvis for should and will.
I think Elvis for should and will.
All right, next up we have directing. The Banshees of Inisherin, and I doesn't have the director here. I apologize. Martin McDonough, I believe. Everything Everywhere. The Daniels. The Fablemans. Spielberg. Tar was Todd
Fields.
Fields. Thank you. And Triangle of Sadness is Ruben something.
Ruben Östlund.
Thank you. I have Everything Everywhere for should and will.
I have Everything Everywhere All at Once for should and will.
Same here. It's a bingo.
That's a bingo.
Okay, for documentary feature film, there's All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, and Navalny. And I think Fire of Love should win, but I think Navalny will win.
I had Navalny as who I want to win, but for the winner, will win. Sorry, I'm confusing this.
Okay.
For will, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, should Navalny. Have I seen any of these five? No.
I've seen none of these, so I'm just going Fire of Love.
Right. Documentary short film. Another category. Have not seen any of these. The Elephant Whispers, Haul Out, How Do You Measure a Year, The Martha Mitchell Effect, or Stranger at the Gate. I have The Elephant Whispers as will win, But obviously, how do you measure a year? Who can know? That's my should.
Oh, for sure. How do you measure a year? It definitely sounds like an Oscar winner.
That's my will and should.
Okay.
All right.
Serve 'em there. All right. Back to things we know. Film editing. The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun: Maverick. I've got this might be controversial. I have Everything Everywhere as will win, but Top Gun: Maverick as should win.
Oh, you left the editing on that one.
I think that's what makes it so effective is that you're in that cockpit and they piece it all together. I mean, that movie is edited to be exciting and it pulls it off.
You wouldn't have liked it if it was a oneer.
Oh my god! Just like 2
Only a true
hours of
oneer.
watching Tom Cruise getting out of airplanes.
Everything all at once will and should. It absolutely should.
Yeah, Kyle's insane. Everything Everywhere All at Once has like a million cuts in it.
As a video editor, I don't understand how someone made Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. And like that movie toes the line between incoherent and sentimentally perfect, and it's all in the editing somehow. And yeah, should and will. Film editing.
International feature film, All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Close, EO, and The Quiet Girl. I think EO should win, but I think All Quiet will win.
That's what I thought as well.
I'm in the same boat. I haven't seen EO, but probably should win.
Nice. Next up, we've got. Am I next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Makeup and hairstyling. All Quiet, The Batman, Black Panther, Elvis, or The Whale. I've got The Whale for should and will.
I have Elvis for should and will.
I actually think this one will be a tie. First ever for this category. No, I'm just kidding. I think The Whale will win, but I think Elvis should win.
All right.
Original score, All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, or The Fabelmans. I have Everything Everywhere All at Once as should win, but I think The Fabelmans will win just because old Johnny Williams is retiring.
Yeah, I think The Fabelmans will win, and I think that The Banshees of Inisherin should win.
I'm going to go out of the box here and say Babylon will win. And Everything Everywhere should win.
I don't disagree with Babylon. I like their music. That music. Yeah.
I didn't say I liked Babylon's music.
Oh.
But
Well,
I do
liked
think
it. I thought it was
I do
good.
think they'll win.
Okay.
I think it's a pity vote.
For Best Original Song, there's Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun: Maverick, Lift Me Up from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Natu from RRR, and This Is a Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I think should win is Natu from RRR, and I think will win is Lift Me Up.
I think should and will RRR.
Ditto.
I think because it didn't get nominated for anything else, it's going to win original song.
Yeah.
Next, we've got, we'll leave the last category for the very end on that second column. Next, we've got production design. We got All Quiet, Avatar 2, Babylon, Elvis, or Fabelmans. I chose Babylon for the will and Elvis for the should. I didn't really like Elvis that much, but when I was really looking at these categories, I was like, I think it's better than those other 4 options. So
I think Avatar: The Way of Water will win, and I think it should win.
I think Elvis should and will win.
Cool.
Animated short film. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the House. The Flying...
The Horse.
Sorry, the Horse, thank you. It's very small print. The Flying Sailor, Ice Merchants, My Year of Dicks, An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I Think I Believe It. And I haven't seen any of these, but my son has seen The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, and he thinks that should and will win.
I think it should and will win as well.
Okay.
I have it marked for should for no reason in particular. And sorry, I have it marked for will. And should is an ostrich told me the world is fake, and I think I believe it just because I like the title.
Gotcha. For short film live action, An Irish Goodbye, Ivalu, La Pupille, Night Ride, and The Red Suitcase. And I think Night Ride should win, but The Red Suitcase will.
Yeah, so Zach, I agree.
Interesting.
I agree with you that The Red Suitcase will win, but I also think that should win. If you've seen The Red Suitcase, you know.
I have
overacted.
I have La Pupille winning, but The Red Suitcase should. Only because Le Pupille sounds French. I think it's going to win because it's French.
Alfonso Cuarón is connected to it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Really?
Gotta watch it then.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
All right, next up we have sound. We're not splitting this into two categories anymore. We're just awarding for sound now.
It's because you laymen couldn't tell the difference between sound design and sound editing.
Who, me? I can tell.
Well, okay. Everyone else then.
Don't
know you
you
guys can
people
tell.
me.
You people.
All best sound. All what does that even mean? All quiet on the Western Front.
Are we talking sound design? Are we talking sound editing? Are we talking the sounds they created?
What does that mean?
It's like saying, I don't know, best food.
Yeah. Tenet could never win this category.
Right.
Best sound. All quiet on the Western Front. Avatar 2, The Batman, Elvis, or Top Gun Maverick. I have Top Gun Maverick sweeping the best sound category.
I think Top Gun Maverick should win, but All Quiet will win.
I think All Quiet should win and Elvis will win.
What was your favorite sound from All Quiet on the Western Front?
The tanks going across that. The screaming of agony as young 20-year-old boys' innocence is ripped from them.
Wow, harsh. And you don't want to watch Blindness, huh?
Do you have pictures up on your walls?
Yes. I have mandatory movie arts, can't you tell? I too enjoy culture.
No Barnes though.
No Barnes.
No Barnes. Visual effects. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar 2, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, or Top Gun: Maverick. I don't know why I said Avatar 2 and then gave everything else its full title, but I'm going to say Avatar should and will win visual effects.
Oh, wow. A should from Kyle on Avatar.
I think should and will.
I never said I didn't like the visual effects in Avatar.
I said should and will as well. I don't remember you having anything good to say about Avatar.
No, I had lots of good things to say about Avatar too.
I believe the thumbnail of that video was "Why does Kyle hate Avatar?"
Yeah, right. I remember that. Zach?
Writing, adapted screenplay, All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, or Women Talking. I think Top Gun Maverick should win this one because it's the best Lego sequel ever made. But I'm going to give it to Top Gun Maverick.
So should and will, Top Gun Maverick. I had Top Gun Maverick certainly for the should, but the will is Women Talking. Just
I gave
my feminine intuition pinging.
I've got Women Talking should and will also.
All right. Kyle and I,
James?
Our feminine intuition is in sync.
And Zach wants, jets blowing things up.
He's such a dude.
Such a dude. He's really the bro of the podcast.
And a true
Women
patriot.
in Top Gun Maverick.
A true patriot, too.
There's, I guess there are two women, aren't there? There's plural.
Zach's a real supporter of the military, so it makes sense.
Have you seen his patriotic barn behind him?
All right. Final category before the big one. This is original screenplay. This is pure imagination from brain to pen. The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Fabelmans, Tar, or Triangle of Sadness. I think Banshees will win because I don't think it's going to win much other than this. And Martin McDonagh is like a very well-respected playwright on top of a screenwriter. And I think Everywhere All at Once should win it.
I think Tar should win this.
Wow. Okay.
I do. But I think everything will win it.
All right.
I think Tar will win this, but I think Everything or Banshee should. I'd be really fine with either of those two.
All righty. Kyle, run us down the Best Picture nominees.
Best Picture, in no particular order besides alphabetical. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar 2, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once should win. I think since the entire Academy body votes on this, there'll be enough people not ready for that yet, and Tar will win.
Oh, really? You
Yes,
think they're gonna not Parasite this one?
I do not think this will walk away with the big prize. I bet you it'll still win most of the Oscars. But I do not think it's going to win the top Oscar.
I disagree.
I hope I'm wrong. Like
I think it should
win.
and will.
I hope you are right.
Zach?
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once should win and will win.
So, Zach, you're not picking your number one movie of the year, Top Gun Maverick, as the movie that should win?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't need a Lego sequel to win Best Picture. I want a completely original script to win Best Picture.
Nice.
Even if it's the best Lego sequel ever made?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still
Absolutely.
just a Lego sequel.
Yeah, I want to champion these independent, because they're so rare now. All we have is sequels, franchise films.
Mm-hmm.
The Fabelmans is based on real people. Come on.
Yeah, it's just a sequel to Spielberg's life.
Elvis is based on real people. Avatar is based on real people. I want something new.
Tar. Real people.
Everyone thought it was a real person. Everyone went home and Googled if it was a real person or not.
What movies would you not be upset about if they won Best Picture?
Triangle of Sadness, Top Gun Maverick, Tar, or Elvis.
I would add Women Talking to that.
Or Avatar.
You haven't even seen it.
Why would you add Women Talking? You haven't seen it.
I wouldn't be upset if it won though. Because it's a movie directed by a woman. It's adapted by. There's just not a lot of female representation whatsoever in any of these categories.
Okay, so from a political perspective,
no, not from a political perspective.
You haven't seen this movie.
But I won't be mad
That's
about
the only
winning.
perspective you have.
It's James. This is our feminine intuition. I thought you were my feminine brother here on this one.
Look, I'm not going to be upset if my feminine tuition is off. I'm just saying, you can't say you'd be upset if a movie didn't win or won if you haven't even seen it.
Fine. Okay. Then I will retract my Women Talking because the misogynists on this podcast apparently don't want us discussing this.
I mean, if you had seen it and you're like, I love that movie and I wouldn't be upset if it won, then fair enough. But you can't be like, because a woman directed it. You're letting the chauvinists win if you think that way.
And we don't even know if it passes the Bechdel test because we don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
If they're talking about men, then it doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
Yes, and the Bechdel test is the flawless be-all.
Yeah, it's not a good movie with women in it if it doesn't pass the Bechdel test, obviously.
I love how all three of us have a different pronunciation of that word.
Bechdel. Bechdel?
Yeah.
I thought it was the bechamel test.
That was a cheesy joke.
Yeah.
All right, those are our Oscar picks.
James, did you officially say Everything Everywhere All at Once will and should?
Oh yeah. That's what I said. 100%. After the event itself, we'll see how we did. Anybody have any predictions on how you're gonna do? I feel pretty secure that this is going to be in the 15 to 17 range for me.
Yeah. I feel. I mean, are you talking about that your shoulds or your wills will win? Your wills will win. Okay. I feel pretty good about my wills, but We'll see.
All right. Fair enough.
Cool.
Kyle, we saw a film this week.
Yeah,
but
we
Zach,
did.
Zach didn't.
Yeah.
We
So
we excused Zach for a few minutes while we talked Knock at the Cabin because he didn't get a chance to see it this week, which was not surprising. He told us he wouldn't be able to, so not a big deal. But evidently, you and I are the Shyamalan crew because the last time he released a movie, that movie being old, it was just you and me on that episode as well.
I think I kind of look forward to Shyamalan. I have a soft spot for him. Just
I do
because
too.
he is an auteur. Like, I mean, I hate using that word. What's a better way of phrasing that? Like,
I agree.
he's a good director.
Mm,
And okay,
he's a specific director.
I think he's good at what he
He
at his
can make
as
good
craft.
movies.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
And good or bad, he always makes them in his own specific way.
right. He has an eye.
Right.
He has a vision, a style,
Right.
and there's certain things you can look for in every Shyamalan movie.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes those things work, and sometimes, often, recently, they don't.
I would say he's definitely bouncing back. I mean, there's a clear. We probably had the same discussion on Old, but there's a clear like curve and a low point, and now.
Oh, I
know,
feel like
some-
there was like a really high point and then steep decline pretty fast. And now we've got up, down, up, down, up, down. Like he cannot consistently move up or down. It's just like good movie, bad movie, good movie, bad movie type of thing.
Because you're pretty south on The Village. You don't like that one, right?
I like The Village. Yeah.
You do like The Village. I thought, was it Zach who doesn't like The Village?
I don't like it near as much as a few of the movies that came before it. But I think that's still in his pretty good era.
Yeah. It's
For
for me,
sure.
it was really Lady in the Water is when it started to really.
I also
Fall
enjoyed that
apart.
one. For me, it was Happening. That pretty much killed it.
I mean, the Happening was the death blow, but for me, Lady in the Water, I was already starting to see the spiral.
Interesting. Okay.
And I was out for a while. No,
I'm sure we'll talk more about those types of movies.
Yes.
But the listeners, the viewers are here to hear us talk about Knock at the Cabin, which we're going to do right after this clip.
I don't know what's going on here. But where are the keys to the truck you guys came in through? I'm taking my family. And we're leaving.
Do you really think that everything that happened today, everything we've seen, do you really think it's all just a coincidence?
Yes. I think it's all coincidence. Some horrible, unexplainable coincidence. Or it has to be a trick. I have to believe that.
You already don't believe that.
That was Knock at the Cabin, a 2023 American apocalyptic psychological horror film, written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, based on a novel from 2018. The movie stars Dave Bautista, Jonathan Groff, Ben Aldridge, Nikki Amuka Bird, Kristen Q, Abby Quinn, and Rupert Grint, and pretty much only them.
That's it.
The official IMDb plot synopsis for Knock at the Cabin is: while vacationing, a girl and her parents are taken hostage by armed strangers who demand that the family make a choice to avert the apocalypse. So let's do a brief non-spoiler discussion, and then we'll
Sure.
just jump into spoilers
Yeah, this is definitely a spoilery movie.
for sure. What did you think of Knock at the Cabin?
I had a good time with this in the theater.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Weird
Yeah.
way to describe a movie in which things happen, such as this.
No, as in trying to say that I was enjoying this. I always
you were
going
trying to figure it out. You were enjoying
Right.
the mystery of it. Okay.
I was enjoying the mystery of it. I was enjoying the performances of it.
Mhm.
I was invested in this movie. It did not. Sometimes Shyamalan can be a clunky writer.
Mhm.
Sometimes Shyamalan can get odd performances out of his cast. Like he usually casts good actors, but they always do their best. And I think he avoided some of those pitfalls in this movie. I thought overall, like writing wise, dialogue wise, this was some of his better work. The acting performances he got from his actors, especially Dave Bautista, right? Who is this? I mean, he's a giant of a man, but his character speaks with such a small voice where it makes him almost more intimidating because his character is so quiet.
Yeah, it's a
And
little
so-
creepy to have a big guy talk so pleasantly to you.
Right. Yes. And you know, to say like he's saying like we have to do this. I'm sorry, but you also feel like because he's such a big guy, like you really don't have a choice in the matter. Like he could easily
Force you to
physically
do something.
overpower you if he
Yeah.
needed to. But in this case, he's just using a verbal performance.
Right.
This movie definitely gives you some answers. Right. There's as you're watching it, there's some questions about what's going on, and it makes a choice of what's going on, and I think that's part of the interest of the discussion. Yeah, I don't know. I was watching this movie and just I never felt like I was watching something like Old or The Happening or any of those other clunkier M. Night Shyamalan movies.
I'll agree that the movie, um, as far as M. Night goes, it's one of the most straightforward movies I think he's made, to be honest.
Yes.
In a weird way. And yet it kind of sets itself up as something that might not be a straightforward movie. And I didn't dislike it, but I also felt like there wasn't a whole lot to chew on. It kind of felt like we were going through the motions here. And instead of like, I don't know, it felt like somebody read a book and then wrote a movie about it.
Well, I mean,
You know what I
that's-
mean?
That's what happens.
Which
yeah.
is what happened, but that's what it felt like.
I don't
It
know.
didn't feel like somebody like adding their own touch to something that already existed. It didn't feel like, it's not that it didn't feel like an M. Night movie. It just didn't feel like an M. Night movie. It felt like a movie that anybody who makes genre movies in this budget range could have made on some level.
I have to disagree with you on that.
Okay. What were the without spoilers, the M.
Yes.
Night touches that you don't think your average decent genre director could have gotten just as well?
Well, okay, so like the M. Night touches that I saw were his use of color.
Okay.
Right. And oftentimes in his movies, characters have a certain color palette. And oftentimes that also connects with their personality. And in this case, like I saw that very deliberate use of color in how everyone was dressed. Like,
Sure.
there's only 7 people in this movie.
Mhm.
So I thought that was very, and that was an M. Night Shyamalan touch to it. I don't know how familiar you are with the original story that this was based on.
The book
Yeah.
or the Bible thing?
The book.
Okay.
The source material, not the Bible.
Sure. I mean, the book is loosely around things that are mentioned in the Bible.
Right. But I'm saying that like what happens in the book. So I'm not familiar with the book, but I did read a little synopsis because I heard that there's some changes. And what happens in the book and what happens in the movie, some things are different. And I think the changes that he made are consistent to themes we've seen in his other movies. A lot of it having to do with faith and greater power.
Okay. I'm interested to hear more
Yeah.
about that in spoilers for sure. Can you answer me a question without spoiling it? Did he
Sure.
change the ending?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. I'm definitely curious to know how that changed. For
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I don't really have any large complaints about this movie. I think if you've seen the trailer and you think it's a very specific movie based on that trailer, you're probably right. It feels like this movie feels like an extension of what they sold me in the trailer. And that's not a crime for sure. You know what I mean? It's like the truth in advertising. Not often you get pretty much exactly what they gave you the expectation for. And so I'm not mad at the movie for that, nor am I mad about the performances. They were all perfectly fine. Dave Bautista certainly stands out in more ways than one when he's on screen. Like Dave Bautista, I think he's good in this. I think he's good in most things, but normally when we look at him, he's shockingly good, right? Because a guy like that shouldn't be that good, even though his version of good is not like Al Pacino good. It's like wrestler, huge lunkhead, bodybuilder good.
Right. But
you know what I mean? So
yes, he's transcended his look though.
Right. And that's why it's good. If he was just if he was Rupert Grint putting in that performance, it wouldn't be, it's the visual compared to his acting, not necessarily just his acting that's doing the work for him. I'm not criticizing for it. It is what it is. He can't not be the ginormous guy on screen.
Right.
So kudos to him. I'm not criticizing him. I'm just saying I don't think what he's doing was anything amazing from a base acting level, but he is interesting to watch.
Right.
For sure. For sure. He's I'm sure there's a more sensitive way of saying this, but it's a little bit of a freak show when he's on screen. You know what I mean? You're watching because he's a ginormous guy. And then the fact that he can act is like, oh, okay, cool. Ginormous guys can act, I guess.
In this case, they didn't cover up his tattoos either. Like it usually when you see him acting, he's wearing some sort of prosthetics or makeup, so you don't see like his massive arm and chest tattoos. And in this case, it's all on display there.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if those are all his tattoos or if they added some.
I think those might all be his tattoos because I've seen pictures of him just in normal life, and I'm shocked by how tattooed he is.
Yeah, I have no clue, but I know they zoomed in on some knuckle things, so I'm curious if those existed or if they put those on for the story.
That's a good point. Yeah,
I have no idea. He may have seen the guy's knuckles and said, "Oh, that works with the movie. Let's do it."
Those,
type of thing. I don't know. My point is, I don't feel like broadly this is a good movie. I also don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's a middle of the road movie that I'm not mad at. And I also will not remember in the long run. I don't think it has much that's actually going to stick with me in the long term.
I think I'm slightly higher on this movie than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively, Old, I think, is a worse movie that will stick with me and has stuck with me because the ways it's bad are memorable.
This does not have many of those WTF moments,
right?
That Old does, right? And I will agree. This is definitely straightforward for Shyamalan. However, I like the fact that
he's being straightforward.
I like that he's being straightforward. I like the tension that they build around it because there are a lot of questions as this movie moves forward. And I think I think in this case, he was doing a good job of building that tension and keeping me interested in what was happening.
Cool. I also didn't love the couple in this. I was fine with the concept of the couple, but whenever they were on screen, like having to mull over their dilemma, I didn't buy it.
Oh, see that I liked that their distinct personalities and how they were both reacting to the situation.
I mean, I know the one guy gets a concussion and he's like, but he just has this goofy look on his face for half the movie. I was just kind of like, I don't know. I'm not really vibing with this, with these people making this decision.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can talk about it.
I definitely had a Julia, whatever her name is, moment with them.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah, I had a Julianne Moore moment where I was like, these two dudes are acting. I mean, they're acting their hearts out in a movie that probably doesn't need that.
Okay. I disagree with you on that one, but that's all right.
We'll get into it. Anything else non-spoilery we need to bring up?
No, I think that's as much as we can get into.
Okay. Let's jump into spoilers right after we give this a letterboxd ranking. I'm going to give it a 2.5.
I'm gonna give this a 3.5, and I see him file this away for future me, myself, and I rate games.
Okay.
Okay, so
There we go.
All
All right.
3.5. Yep.
All right. We're going to move on to playing some games. One that I wanted to play is called Me, Myself, and I Rate, which is a classic Cinereelists game where we test each other's knowledge on what we ranked movies on Letterboxd. I know Zach has another game waiting in the wings. Do you want to do that one first, Zach? Or
Mine's pretty quick.
okay,
It's up to you guys.
we can do yours first. I'm down.
Go for it, Zach.
Okay. This is inspired by something a video I saw. I'm calling it Movie Alphabet.
Movie
Okay.
Alphabet.
Movie Alphabet.
How about
Can
the
you handle that?
ABCs of Death? That's a movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It's called
Okay,
the ABCs
here-
of Death.
Yes, it is. Okay, here's how you win. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I have written down the alphabet A through Z, and I put the first movie that came to my mind for each letter. And you get a point. Both of you, when we get to letter, you get to pick a movie that starts with that letter. And if you match the one I picked, you get a point.
Okay.
Fair enough? Does everyone understand the rules?
I think so. You're going to name a movie. You're going to name a letter.
I'll say letter.
And
yeah.
then we're going to say a movie. We're going to try to
Yeah.
guess which movie you would pick based on that letter.
Yes.
You're going to give us
Now-
no other hint other than that.
I will give you a hint.
Okay.
The hint is I wasn't strategic about this. This was the first movie that came to mind when I got to the letter.
Okay. Are we allowed to
So
steal?
whatever that was. No, you're both going to answer. You can give the same answers if you want.
Oh, okay.
It's just raw point scores at the end. The highest possible score you can get is 27 because after the alphabet, I just picked a random movie out of a hat. So just whatever movie I thought of is at the end. And if you get that, that's worth an extra point.
I think it should be worth 10 points.
Yeah.
Out of
1
all the
point
movies
seems
ever,
little.
we have to guess what movie you thought of.
Yeah.
That should be worth 10 points.
Okay, 10 points.
At least. Maybe an automatic win if you can pull that movie.
No, then the whole game is pointless.
Right, but that's like a miracle.
Yeah. Okay. So it can be worth 12 points.
All right.
12 points.
Okay.
All right. A.
Do we shout?
I'm going to say
shout out.
Avatar.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, also Avatar.
No, After Earth.
After Earth. Why are you even
Yeah.
thinking about that movie?
I don't know. First thing came to my mind.
Weird. B?
B.
I'm gonna say Batman.
I'm going to say Babylon.
Bardo.
I was in the world.
You were close. C.
Chariots of Fire.
Children of Men.
Cinderella. D.
This is so stupid.
Uh,
Dogtooth.
Django
You're gonna be so
Unchained.
excited if you get one though. No, Kyle, I was hoping you get this double indemnity.
Why? Okay.
I
I'm
was
just going
hoping
what
that-
comes to my mind now. I'm not even trying to
Good.
get in your head.
No, don't overthink it.
Exactly.
Overthink it and you're dead. F.
We're not gonna do E.
Is for fake.
E.
Oh.
E.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Elephant Man.
Ever After.
I was close.
F.
Is for fake.
The Fablemans.
Fargo.
I don't believe it.
G.
Greenberg.
Goonies.
No, Grand Budapest Hotel. H.
This is not a game.
Come on, this is the game. Come on, guys. Buckle down. H.
Hollow Man.
High and Low.
Hitch. I.
Robot. I Robot.
It.
Inglorious. J.
J. What movies even start with J?
Oh, okay. I got one.
Kyle likes to go second.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I just
what's
don't
up
want to
with
say
that?
it because I don't think James has one yet.
But I can agree with it,
Oh.
right?
You can if you want.
Sure.
Uh,
Okay. Jupiter Ascending.
He's not thinking about that. How about
What he really thought about first was Space Jam, but he realized that's not
right.
starts
That's
with a
what
J,
that's
so-
what hit my mind
Yeah.
when he said J. How about Jackie Brown?
No, guys, it's right there. Just married. Just married.
Oh, the old Brittany Murphy classic.
K.
California with a K.
Okay.
Knives Out.
No, Klaus.
Did you watch
The
that?
animated. No, I haven't.
Bummer.
L.
Leprechaun 4: in the hood.
Colon in the wood.
Or in the hood, like Leprechaun in the Hood, whatever it's called.
I'm gonna need exact title.
La La Land.
James pulling ahead with 1 point.
I have 1 point.
James, our
We're
current
halfway through the alphabet. I have 1
point leader. James is leading. Kyle and distantly behind him.
Oh my gosh.
La La Land. Okay, M.
M.
Moonfall.
You guys have finally gotten the hang of this game. Kyle tying it up with James with M.
Oh my gosh.
We have a real race on our hands, guys. N.
Never Let Me Go.
Knights of Cabria.
Close. Nosferatu.
Ah.
Nosferatu. O.
Oh.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Open water. P.
Parasite.
Pinocchio.
Princess Mononoke. Q.
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 I don't even know a
Q.
Q movie. What's a Q movie? Can I go to Google just to find out a list of Q movies?
I cannot think of a Q movie
I
at
can't
all
think of a
right
Q
now.
movie.
Do what you need to do.
Okay.
It's tied. I mean, it's anyone's game at this point.
Movies that start with Q. Movies that start.
Now, I didn't do this.
Oh, okay. I got
So,
one.
might
I
throw you
got
off.
one. I got one.
Wow.
I'm going to need an answer.
Okay.
Quiz show.
Quantum of Solace.
Queen,
Queen.
comma, the.
Okay. The Queen.
R.
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 Dogs. Reservoir Dogs.
Rafifi.
Rafifi.
S.
Saint Elmo's Fire.
S.
Almost fire.
Son of
No.
Sam.
Sugarland Express. T.
Terminator.
T. Terminator 2.
The Terminator. Kyle pulls ahead.
Zach always thinks about the superior Terminator.
U.
U. U. The letter U?
U.
Under the Silver Lake.
How about
Good guess.
Under the Tuscan Sun?
Up in the air.
Mm.
V.
Is for Vendetta.
Yeah, I agree. That's, yeah.
Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
W.
What was it?
Vicky Cristina Barcelona. This is
Okay.
W.
W.
Win-win.
Where the Wild Things Are.
Wicker Man. X.
Triple X.
That doesn't start with an X.
Yeah, it does.
Triple
does.
X does not start with an X.
I think it does.
The Vin Diesel movie.
Oh, you mean the actual movie XXX?
Yeah, Triple X. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. X. I don't know. I can't think of another movie other than X or XXX.
There's XXX : State of the Union.
Yeah. It's not going to be that though. XXX then, I guess.
X-Men.
Ah,
Why?
you and me and everyone we know.
How about your you people? I don't know. You've never seen that.
E2 Mama Tambien.
Okay.
Then E.
Z.
Zoolander.
Zoolander.
Zulu.
There's not
Okay.
a chance you thought about that movie before Zoolander.
I did. This is absolutely first movie that popped in my head. Do you know how many times I've seen Zulu, James?
One?
Probably 10.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. It's good. You should watch it.
Sounds like it.
okay.
I've seen it 10 times. Jeez.
Now, James, you need to take this seriously.
How
at
have you
this
seen a
moment
movie 10
because
times? You've never mentioned it on the podcast once.
It's, I don't know. Some things you just got to keep close to the chest.
10 times?
James, I think you need to focus because right now Kyle is winning and this is your only chance to pull ahead. If you get this, it will be 13-2. Okay.
Okay.
So you need to focus. Right now the score is Kyle 2, James 1. I wrote the first movie that came to my mind after I finished the alphabet. Can you name that movie?
Can you give us one hint?
Yes. Do you want a great hint or a mediocre hint?
I want a year.
I don't know the year.
Okay.
You can only have hints that I can just
I want the
rattle off.
decade.
I'm not positive on the decade. I will say it's in the 21st century.
Meaning post the year 2000.
Post 2000. Yeah, it is post 9/11.
Okay.
I don't want to frame it with 9/11.
That at
I'm
least
just saying.
that at least gives us like a window to work with here. You're talking about the entire history of film. A lot of movies
No.
to choose from.
Only one movie was considered for this.
I understand that. I'm saying
Man, this movie came out like September 4th, 2000.
I'm gonna say can you give us one more hint?
Do you want a mediocre hint or a great hint?
I want you to give the hint that I'm going to ask for.
I want you to give a crappy hint. Just
I'm going to ask you
useless,
for a very
pointless hint.
specific hint, and at that point you can decide whether you're going to give it to us or not. Okay.
Okay.
Has this movie been mentioned on this episode?
No.
Okay. There we go.
But a word from
All
the
right.
title
That's not going to help us.
has been mentioned on this episode.
All right. Is the word the?
No.
Okay.
It's like a proper noun.
All right.
A proper noun.
Avatar 2: Way of Water. Although
We bought a zoo.
you'd know what year that was, but anyway, go ahead, Kyle.
We bought a
worry.
zoo.
It's a bad guess based on clues, James.
Yeah, I know it is. Go
No, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
ahead.
Oh, it was a Batman movie.
Not a chance.
We had a chance. Okay. Kyle, you're the winner. 2-1.
Nice.
I don't like that game.
I love that game.
It's like impossible to win.
Yeah, you guys both scored points. I love that game.
I think it's fun for the person giving the answers. I want to play it sometime, and you guys need to guess. I think it's
Easy.
intriguing.
Absolutely. Do it with numbers next time.
With numbers.
Yeah, or something.
No, I'll do alphabetical also.
Okay.
All right, let's play me, myself, and irate. Why don't I run titles for Kyle, and Kyle, you run titles for Zach, and Zach, you run titles for me. By that, I mean go to the letterbox of the person you're running titles for. Go to their films, find a random page of films, and we'll do maybe 2 rows.
I got it.
All right. Everybody at a place where you can do 2 rows.
I will be.
Perfect. Well, since Kyle's up first, Zach can catch up. Kyle, the way this game is played is I am going to give you a movie and you're going to tell me what you ranked it on Letterboxd.
Okay.
Then, if you got it correct, you're going to get 0 for that. If you got it incorrect, you're going to get the differential of how far you were off. The point at the end of the game is to have the lowest score, much like golf. So you want to hit it right on the head as much as possible. Every time you're way off, it's going to count against you. All right?
Okay. It's Happy Gilmore it.
The first film that I'd like to know your ranking for is 21 grams.
21 grams. I gave 3 stars to.
You say 3 stars.
I do.
Correct!
That's correct. It was 3 stars. Pretty impressive, Kyle. You're 1 in. What about Touching the Void?
Ooh, Touching the Void.
He liked that.
I did.
liked that.
I bet you I gave that one 4 stars.
You say 4 stars?
4 stars.
Correct!
He gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
You did give it 4 stars. How about Girl with the Pearl Earring?
Oh, Girl with a pearl earring. That's a 3-star.
You say 3 stars?
Yes.
Correct!
Why are you so good at this, Kyle?
Because I've seen like half the movies you guys have seen.
It has nothing to do with it. This is your ranking.
Yeah. Okay.
Lost in Translation.
Oh, it's 3.5.
Correct!
This one I've never seen. Uptown Girls from 2003.
Uptown Girls from 2003.
Yep.
Can you tell me?
I've never seen it. I couldn't tell you anything about
Oh,
it.
this is Dakota Fanning.
And I do know
And-
who's in this.
It's maybe Brittany Murphy.
No.
Maybe
I believe it's Sarah Jessica Parker.
is Sarah Jessica Parker? Okay, I probably gave this 2 stars.
Correct!
Kyle.
Okay.
American Splendor.
Oh, that's the Harvey Picar movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 3.5.
Correct!
Kyle, you're ridiculous. SWAT. You haven't gotten one wrong yet.
SWAT.
I've never seen anybody do this. Have you, Zach?
amazing.
Do you remember anybody getting
No,
them
no,
this
no,
close?
no.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No.
SWAT's gonna be a tough one. SWAT's probably 2 stars.
You say 2?
Yeah.
No.
Finally, you got one wrong.
Ooh, loser.
Were you higher or lower? on
It could have
SWAT?
gone one. It could have gone 1.5.
You think it was 1.5?
Yeah.
It was 1.5.
Okay. I should have gone with my gut on that one.
You were so close.
Okay.
Are we just gonna keep score for our own people? Does that work?
I'm keeping score.
Okay,
for
Kyle.
him, but-
Zach's just gonna keep score for.
Does he
everybody.
have 6? He has 6 right now.
No,
He
I've-
has
I've
0.5.
0.5.
That's it, because it's lowest score. He's gotten
Oh, we're
perfect
doing
up
differential.
to
I
this
forgot.
point.
Yeah, differential. Okay.
Here we go. What about American Wedding?
Oh yeah. 3 stars. That was fun.
No.
Higher or lower?
Probably lower then. I hope it's lower.
It was lower. 2.5.
Okay, good. 2.5,
So
all right.
another half point for Kyle. What about Bad Boys 2? What'd you think of that movie?
I
you
did
rated it?
not like that movie, so
Okay.
I probably gave that 1.5.
No.
You're off your rhythm.
Yeah.
Higher or lower?
He's on tilt.
Probably lower.
It was lower. So you're whatever you think you should rank, you should go down a half star, evidently. Because
Apparently,
the last
yeah.
3, you've gotten over by half star. All right. What about Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl? This is the first Pirates of the Caribbean
First one.
movie.
I bet I gave that 4 stars.
You think 4? You gonna
Yeah.
stick with that?
Yeah.
No.
Correct!
That's correct. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. What about the Triplets of Belleville?
Oh, I hated that. That's a 1 star.
Correct!
What about the classic Josh Hartnett Indiana Jones movie, Hollywood Homicide?
Oh yeah, with Harrison Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 2 stars.
No.
You're off. Lower or higher than 2
I might give
stars?
that 2.5.
You think 2.5?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
It was. So another half star for Kyle. Kyle,
He's at 2. He's
you
at 2.
finished your first row and you're at 2 points. That's
Nice.
amazing, to be honest.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's come back to him. Let's do one row,
One row each.
for each, and then
Okay.
come back.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to do a row for Zach.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Zach, we're going to start. And by row, we're all on the browser, correct?
The browser.
Well, it should be 12 movies. I'm in browser, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like 12 to me. Okay. Zach, Shallow Hal.
Wow. Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal.
Wow. Don't know. I'm going to say 3 stars.
You are correct. How about Donnie Darko?
Wow. Donnie Darko.
Where'd that come from?
The timing on that is amazing. Donnie Darko is hard because I didn't like it as much as I did later on.
Okay.
So probably when I watched it, maybe 2 stars?
You are wrong. Do you want to go higher or lower?
Higher.
3 stars. So you're off by
Okay.
1.
Okay.
Okay. How about The Goonies?
Oh, The Goonies. 4 stars.
You're also incorrect on that one.
Okay.
You're
No.
off by a half star.
Okay. What'd I give The Goonies?
You get that 3.5 stars.
Okay.
Yep. How about The Brothers Bloom?
The Brothers Bloom, I liked a lot. 4.5.
You are incorrect on The Brothers Bloom.
No.
4.
You are incorrect on The Brothers Bloom.
No.
3.5.
3.5.
No.
You're off by a whole star.
Okay. Kyle's
Uh,
experiencing what this game should look like.
Right, for sure.
no, I don't understand why you guys don't know how you rank movies. Isn't that what we do all the time? Isn't that what our life revolves around? No? Silence?
No.
Crickets? Okay, The Grand Illusion.
Oh, I liked The Grand Illusion. 4.5.
Bingo.
Correct!
How about The Big Sleep?
That's tough. The Big Sleep. 3.5.
Incorrect.
No.
You gave that 3 stars. Half star off. What about Rudy? The old football
Rudy.
movie. Rudy, yeah.
I like Rudy. 4 stars.
Also incorrect.
No.
3.5.
Is that Kayla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 3.5. Off by a half star.
All right.
All right. Well, here's one we haven't talked in a long time about. The Boy Who Could Fly.
Oh, 5 stars.
I really wish you were right, but you are not correct in that one.
No.
Oh, really? I'm not?
Nope.
4.5?
Nope.
What? 4?
Nope.
No, come on.
I'm looking at it.
What does it say?
3.5. That's a whole
That's not possible.
1.5 stars off.
No, I love that movie.
Well, you gave it 3.5.
No. That's a 6-star movie.
That's 1.5.
He can fly, Kyle. He can fly.
I know, it's right there in the title. The Boy Who Could Fly.
right.
1.5 stars or points you get for
Wow.
that one.
Wow.
How
I'm
about
shocked.
So Am I?
I thought I liked that movie.
Apparently, you like it as much as Rudy and The Goonies, and just a little bit more than Shallow Hal.
That's the shocker.
How about Battle Royale?
3 stars.
Correct.
Yes.
How about Free Guy?
Oh, I liked Free Guy. 4 stars.
Also correct. You liked it half
Yes.
star more than The Boy Who Could Fly.
Minari.
Minari.
What film is that? What is that?
Is
Is that the one about the farmer who buys a field?
correct? Yes.
2 stars.
Oh, you are incorrect on that one.
Wow. Your memory of Minari is harsh.
2.5.
Keep going.
3.
Keep going.
No, 3.5.
3.5 stars.
Crazy
Another
talk.
1.5
That's
to you.
crazy.
And then finally, Mulan. And this is the recent Mulan, the 2020 Mulan.
Oh, Mulan. 3 stars.
Incorrect.
2.5.
Incorrect.
2.
Incorrect.
1.5.
Incorrect.
1.
Incorrect.
Half a star.
Incorrect.
3.5 stars.
Yep. You like this movie just as much as The Boy Who Could Fly.
What was my original guess? 3?
I think it was 3, so that's a half star
Okay.
point right there.
All right. Is
Zach,
that my row?
That is your row.
Oh, brutal.
How many points do you have?
7.
7.
That's all right. You'll make it up in this one, Zach, because I'm gonna
All right.
bomb this like I normally do.
All right, James.
Yes.
You might have a little bit of an advantage on us
Why?
because all of your movies start with the word last.
Oh, weird. You alphabetized.
I
them
sorted
for
by
some
name.
reason.
I sorted by name.
Mhm.
Okay. Fair
Okay.
enough.
Last
I
Action
don't know
Hero.
why that would be an advantage, but okay. Last
Well, it's
Action
something.
Hero is a movie that I like, but do I like it a lot? I'm gonna go 3.
Correct.
Correct!
The Last Airbender.
I liked this more than most people, and so I think I maybe stuck up for it in my ranking,
Okay.
which means it's probably like a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not 3.5.
No.
What is it? A 3?
No.
A 4?
It's a 4.
Nice. I really did
a
stick
4.
up for it.
The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Oh, this is a movie that I really liked that I'll never watch again because it was pretty boring, but yet I liked it. So how about what does that mean when I rated it? I'm gonna say I probably gave it a 3.5.
That's correct.
Correct!
Well done. Well done there. Last Breath.
I don't even know what this is. Last
From
Breath,
2019.
2019. I watched a movie recently, relatively recently, called Last Breath.
Last Breath.
Is there
Do-
anybody on the poster that you recognize?
The poster, it looks like a scuba diver. So it looks like a scuba diver.
Sure. Still don't know what this is, but I'm gonna guess. I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it. 3 stars.
Incorrect.
No.
I'm gonna say that I liked it more than that.
You did 4 stars.
Okay.
The Last Broadcast.
Okay. I think this is a found footage movie, possibly, and it's like one of the first found footage movies. And that might not be true at all. I'm just assuming it's that movie that
No,
I have in my
it's
brain.
true.
Okay.
It's that movie.
Okay, it
It's
is that
true.
movie. It wasn't really good, but it is notable for being that. And so I probably gave it a 3.5.
Incorrect. I'm
No.
sorry.
I'm going to say I went lower.
Yeah, 2.5.
Okay. That hurt. That was like a full point away.
All right. Last Days.
Last Days from Catherine Bigelow, I think. Is that true?
No.
No.
Isn't this
Oh,
the
is this
Kurt
the,
Cobain movie?
This is the Cobain movie?
Adjacent.
Yeah, by Gus Van Sant.
Gus Van Sant, right. I was thinking of Strange Days by Catherine
Yeah,
Bigelow.
all of these titles start with last.
Right. I remember that now. I like this movie from about Kurt Cobain, so I'm going to say 4.
Incorrect. I'm
No.
sorry.
It's probably lower.
It's 3.
Whoa.
That's 3.
I like
Yeah.
it more than that for sure. I'm
Mm,
totally whoever rated that back then. Shame on them.
Shame on them. Last Days Here.
Are you sure that's not the Kurt Cobain movie? Last Days Here.
Last Days Here.
What year? Just refresh my memory. What year?
2011.
Okay.
It's a documentary following Bobby Liebing,
I
the
don't-
lead singer of Pentagram.
Doesn't ring a bell, so I'm guessing I don't hold it in super high esteem. Although most documentaries I rank highly because I'm probably interested in the subject matter, much like Rotten Tomatoes and how they rank documentaries. So
I just had to throw that in there.
I'm going to guess 3.5.
No,
No.
It's probably lower.
it's higher. It's 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Documentary bias.
You'd love it. Yeah, documentary bias
Right.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard for a documentary to get less than 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
The Last Days of Disco.
Is this the one with I don't know who's in this. I have no clue what this movie is. So I'm going to say,
Would you like to know?
yeah.
It stars Chloe Sevigny and Kate Beckinsale.
From what year?
98.
98. Holy shmikeys.
I'm surprised they're in a movie together.
Yeah, Chloe Sevigny.
Yeah.
Savini.
Savini and
Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale. So it sounds like a real good movie I need to see. That's probably why I watched it. Let's see. How about a 3?
No, not a
No.
3.
Higher.
Lower, you gave it a 2.
Ooh, I did not like.
You didn't like it. But did you like The Last Duel?
I did like The Last Duel. The question is, did I like it? A 4, a 4.5. I don't think it was a 5. So I'm going to say 4.5.
Oh,
No.
sorry, that's not true.
It was a 4.
That's not true. It's a 4.
All right.
What about The Last Emperor?
Oh, The Last Emperor.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
Is that the Spielberg one? No.
No.
I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Empire of the Sun. The Last Emperor is that other movie about the kid who's the last emperor.
About the kid, yeah.
A very highly critically acclaimed movie that I think I like, but not love. And so I'm going to say 3.5.
Sorry, not 3.5.
Lower?
Lower. 3 stars.
3.
No.
All right. Fair
3
enough.
stars. Okay.
Makes sense.
2 more movies.
All
2
right.
more movies.
2 more. It's not a 2
The
more.
Last Exorcism. The Last Exorcism.
The Last Exorcism is actually pretty good. I'm going to say 4.
No, I'm sorry, it's not 4.
Lower?
Lower. 3.5.
What?
No.
I was wrong on that one.
Yeah.
That's a 4 easy.
Yeah. What about The Last Exorcism Part 2?
There's not a chance that's as good as the first one. And I gave a 3.5 to the last one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say 2.5.
I'm sorry, that's not
No.
right. You gave it a 2.
Okay, good. But it wasn't as good for sure. That's where I
Okay,
stopped with the Last Exorcism movies, was with part
Yeah.
2.
Okay, after one row, Kyle has 2 points. Zach and James are tied with 7.
Okay. So let's go through Kyle's, and if he gets over 7, then we'll continue. If he's under 7, then we're done.
We can't win.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't win.
Here we go,
Okay.
Kyle. This
Let's go.
is all on you. Before Midnight.
Oh, the Richard Linklater.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I think I gave that a 4.5.
That's correct.
Insanity.
Crazy.
The Other Woman.
The Other Woman. Is this like
2014.
Brooklyn Decker or Blake Lively, or it's 3 women.
It is 3 women.
One of them's a model.
The cast from The Other Woman is Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann, and Kate Upton.
Kate Upton, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Yep. I probably gave this 2 stars.
That's correct.
Kyle,
Amazing.
what the bleep do we know from 2004?
Oh man, that was a documentary I liked at the time. And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, this is a crock of crap. So
Did you rank it when you liked it, or did you rank it when you thought it was a crock of crap?
I mean, what I liked it was pre-Letterbox days.
Okay.
So I want to say I gave this 1 star.
Nope. Higher or lower?
I probably went higher. It's probably
you did,
2 stars.
You did go higher. You went 2 stars.
Okay, a whole star off, man.
All right, Kyle. The Gods Must Be Crazy. This is a 5-star movie for me.
Yeah, it's either 3 or 3.5.
What are you gonna
And
go with?
I'm gonna go 3.
That's correct.
Okay. Young Sherlock Holmes from 1985.
Oh yeah, yeah, 3 stars.
You say 3?
That's correct.
It's insane. Return to Oz from
my
1985.
Ooh,
We may have found Kyle's game here, Zach.
Return
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
to Oz.
We've played this with him before. I don't remember him being this good at it.
He's studied since then. I wondered what he did for 2 hours every night, but now I know.
Yeah, every night I just memorize all my movies. Return to Oz. Do I like this movie?
I think he ranks these based on some code he has with the title, so he can just like reverse the
Engineer
algorithm
it,
and
yeah.
figure out. Yeah,
I'm like the guy on the press your luck. I just figure out the code and
You're like the guy in Rain Man.
Rain Man. Is that his name? I don't even know. Why is it called Rain Man?
I don't think his name is Rain Man.
Okay. Why is it called Rain Man?
I think
Seriously.
Rain Man is actually, isn't that kind of like a derogatory term for somebody with like an idiot
with-
savant type of thing?
I think idiot
I think
savant is
idiot
a
savant.
derogatory term for autism.
I'm saying they're both derogatory terms. I don't know.
What other bad terms can we throw out?
Return to
think Rain
Oz,
Man-
Kyle.
Okay.
Rain Man is a derogatory term for an autistic
Yeah.
or mentally impaired person.
Okay.
And so is idiot savant, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I
Right.
think calling
I would
someone
imagine.
idiots. All right. Return to Oz. Oh, 2.5.
2.5?
2.5.
3.
3.
Ooh.
All right, Kyle, you're halfway through
Okay.
your last column, and you still have like what, 6 points? Wiggle room, Zach, or something like that?
No. He only has 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
4.5 point. Okay. Okay.
Next up, Private Parts from 1997.
Oh, Howard Stern movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 stars.
That's correct.
Get Him to the Greek.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah,
How
Russell
funny?
Brand.
How funny.
I mean,
In
I enjoyed my.
stars.
I would say it's like 3.5 star funny.
You say 3. You're sticking with 3.5?
3.5 star funny. Yep.
No. Higher or lower?
I give that 3 stars.
That's correct.
Wow. Okay.
End of Watch.
How many points was that?
That was
One
half
or-
a point.
That was half a
one?
point.
Okay.
End of Watch.
Ooh, Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena,
Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal with a soft G.
Pena.
I said Pena. I gave that 4 stars. Chiwetel Elijah 4.
You gave End of Watch how many?
4 stars.
That's correct.
3
My
more.
goodness.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I like that one. 3.5.
Higher or lower?
It's a 3.5. It's correct.
No, that's not
I
what
went
you
3
gave it.
stars on that one.
You did. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the Zach effect. I think that Zach poo-pooing that movie is rubbed off on me.
All right. Half a point, Zach.
Oh yeah.
Animal House, the classic comedy from 1978.
Where did I slot Animal House?
I think you gave it half a star.
I think I gave it 4 stars.
You say 4?
Yeah.
You couldn't be more wrong. You gave it 3.5.
Okay.
The final film, Kyle. How much does
All
he
right.
have to be off to lose this, Zach?
3.
You have to be off by 3 stars to lose this. Otherwise,
whole
game
stars.
over.
You
You
have to
win.
think that you like it when you actually hate it,
Okay.
or think that you hate it when you actually like it.
Deliverance.
Deliverance.
Oddly,
Yeah.
Deliverance is either the movie that's going to deliver a victory for you or a loss.
Well, I'm gonna deliver that one 3.5 stars.
You say 3.5?
Yep.
That's correct.
Wow.
Dead on the nose.
Amazing.
Kyle killed us. He did
Amazing.
in 2 rows. He did 3 points less than Zach and I did in 1 row.
In one. Yeah.
That's kind of impressive, Kyle.
Thank you.
It's very impressive.
Thank you.
Good job.
It's very impressive.
All right. Well,
James is dying.
thank you for listening to this episode 568 of the Cinereelists. We appreciate your listenership. Don't forget to find the video version of this podcast on YouTube. Support us on Patreon. Leave us an Apple Podcast review or send us an email to heyguys@cinereelists.com. Our double EL with an S on the end. You could also follow us on social media on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at Cinereelists, or you can follow me on my personal Twitter or Letterboxd account at YoJRB.
You can follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd at Shaban.
You can follow me on Letterboxd at PeterSKB.
Next week, we will be reviewing Your Place or Mine, which is on Netflix. Stars Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. And we will also be running down our top 10 favorite Reese Witherspoon movies. I got to get a Legally Blonde series rewatching this week. It's been too long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just make a
And then
third one of those. Are they making another one of those?
Have you guys seen Freeway?
No.
I know you love that movie.
100%.
I'll try to see it.
If you want to see a movie with Reese Witherspoon like you've never seen her before, you gotta watch Freeway for sure.
Okay.
So check that out. And if you want to hear spoilers for Knock at the Cabin, just keep listening. Or if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, keep it cinereal.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.